Hola, what's up everybody? It's been a while. I know I haven't posted a video, but I'm back. And today's video, we're gonna talk about Panama City, Panama. Now, some of you may have seen my previous video on Panama. So I'm back with another video. I wanna cover a few more things that I didn't cover in that previous video. So let's dive in. Right now, I'm in a nice restaurant in Medellin. So I'm gonna talk about Panama while I'm in Medellin. Yeah, let's do that. So in the previous video, I talked about some basics, which you may expect to pay for certain things, some places to go, things like that. But let's touch on some more things regarding Panama City, Panama. Now, you've got some people out there doing Panama City videos. There are some really good ones out there. Me personally, again, I've lived there for 1 year, and prior to that 1 year, I've visited Panama about 4 times. So in total, my time in Panama, and I just had a birthday 1 month ago, and I spent that birthday in Panama. I had my family and friends fly in from the States. We had a great time in Panama. So I know the country well. Well, I'll say I know the city quite well. And just want to give you some of my takes on some issues or some things. Let's start with the service. What you can expect when you go to restaurants. The service in Panama overall needs some work, okay? Now, let me just talk about that. So, there are great restaurants. Don't get me wrong. There are great restaurants with some amazing service. However, let's say, for example, Casco Viejo. A lot of restaurants in that area, it's the old town. You have nice restaurants there. And in Casco Viejo, for the most part, I'm gonna say you're gonna get great service across the board. Some examples would be the Sofitel. Some of you have been there. The Sofitel, amazing service. Every time, todos los días. Amazing service at the Sofitel. Casa Casco, top-notch service. Mahalo, top-notch service. There are a lot of places in Casco Viejo, and I'm sure I'm missing a few. But now, what I'm talking about as a whole, I'm talking about even in the airport, restaurants in the airport. I'm talking about restaurants in the city where you may be disappointed in the service. There have been moments where, you know, let's say you'll be waiting on food or drink or just service in general, and then, you know, the workers behind the counter, they'll be you know, talking to each other on their cell phone, just not being attentive to the customer's needs. And I see that a lot in Panama City. So the service now, compared to Medellin, where I am now, the service is a lot better across the board in Medellin. I also live in Lima, Peru. You may have seen that video on my channel as well. Lima, Peru, better service across the board. So you've got Medellin and Lima up here, and Panama City, in my opinion, down here when it comes to service across the board. Now, again, there are places in Panama where you'll get really good service. The JW Marriott, great service, okay? But again, it can be better in a lot of other places in Panama City, in my opinion. Okay, so service, just if you're coming from the States, if you're used to having top-notch service and the waitress or the waiter coming to check on you periodically after your food or drinks have been delivered, in Panama, it may not happen sometimes. You know, they may bring that plate of food to you or that drink to you, and they won't return until you ask for the bill. Okay, so just giving you a little something to think about, or something to expect when you come to Panama City. Tipping. Now, tipping in Panama City, the expectation is usually gonna be 10%. Okay, but if you got great service, pay 15, 20, 30, 40%, whatever you wanna do, it's fine. But I wanna talk about this, and I haven't heard anyone mention this yet. And now, and this has happened to me numerous times. It happened to me in the airport at a restaurant, and it happened to me in various locations in Panama City. When you pay, so after you finish your food, you finish your drinks, when you pay, every place pretty much has the portable credit card processing machine they bring to the table, all right? Now, they'll give you your bill, you'll see how much it is, and then you may use Apple Pay, so you'll tap the machine, you'll pay, and they'll ask you, Servicio, do you want to leave a tip? And you may say 10%, 10%, 15%, 15%, whatever you want to leave. Now, they've got the machine like this, so you really can't see what's being typed in. So they'll type in whatever you said and give you, or they'll ask you if you want a copy. Say yes or no. Always say yes to that, okay? And when they give you that copy, look to make sure that the percentage that they typed in matches the percentage you actually told them to use. Because I can't tell you how many times they basically made their own tip. Now, I'm always gonna leave 10, 15% at least all the time. I'm never leaving 5% or some crappy tip, right? And there have been times where they'll say, oh, I pressed the wrong button, or, oh, I didn't understand you. No, you guys. That's the game that they play, because when I lived there for that year, I know that they got me a lot of times, because you know what I did, and a lot of you may do it too. When they give you that receipt back, you don't really look at it. You just kind of put it in your pocket. You may say no receipt, it's okay, no problem. I don't need a receipt. Don't ever do that. All right. So there have been plenty of times where I didn't look at the receipt and they gave it to me. I'm just assuming that they typed in the proper tip, the tip that I requested. So that has happened to me. I mean, I'm talking about almost 10 times. I mean, it's happened a lot to where that's why I'm talking about it, because it happens so many times. So always be aware and check them, because they will add their own tip. They will do it. They will do it. All right, so I want to talk about that. I just wanted to mention that to you because it has happened to me so many times. Always get a copy and make sure that whatever percentage you requested is what they typed in. All right, you guys, so I had to order a drink for this next topic. Gracias. So we're about to have a drink and talk about dating. So I'm going to talk about this from the male perspective, all right? Dating in Panama City, Panama right now, today. Not 5 years ago, not 10 years ago, today. You, as a man, will meet great ladies in Panama City, Panama. Hands down. I've met some wonderful people in Panama City, Panama, had some great dates, just enjoyed myself, danced, and just had great conversations. But we always want to talk about the numbers and what it's like as a whole. There's always a little bit of everything everywhere. So, but I want to talk about the bigger picture of dating in Panama City, Panama from a male perspective of my skin color, okay? So, what I found was that if you're coming from the States, you know what racism is, right? All right, but in Panama City, Panama, you got there's a vibe of colorism in Panama City. So we're not talking about racism. You know, you're gonna get treated horribly by the women or people. No, we're talking about colorism. Now, that is going to affect your dating to a degree, especially if you're of my skin complexion, my skin tone. Let's say, for example, the apps, your Tinders, your Bumbles. You can go on there, put a nice profile up, and you'll get some matches, you'll go on some dates. Normal, right? Normal. But the bigger picture we're talking about. I've talked to women there about this topic. Even before I moved there, a girl, I was in Casco Viejo walking around, And it was a girl. She's really cool. She worked at one of the restaurants, and we were just talking. She had a boyfriend and everything, so it wasn't like that. We were just having a general conversation, and she told me even before I moved there that there are people in Panama that they want to lighten up the family. Okay, so they commingle with me. They're darkening up the family, and that I'm talking about procreation. If you choose to have kids and things like that. So the perspective of a lot of families there is to lighten up the family. And again, I'm not saying this is for everybody. This is not for all Panamanians. This is what a Panamanian female told me about some people in Panama. So, for my guys out there, for my Caucasian guys, for my guys of lighter skin tone, you will perform better in Panama City, Panama. So go try it out and let me know in the comments what you think or your experience if you have already been to Panama City, Panama. I'm talking about from my perspective here, only my perspective. And again, I lived there for a year and visited plenty of times. Now, some of the people that I hung out with, went on dates with or went dancing with, if we talk about percentage-wise of the females, right? And this may trip you out, but 80% or more were from other countries. Colombia, where I am right now, actually. Most of the females that I went out with, had a great time with, and again went dancing and had great conversations with, were Colombian women living in Panama. All right. Of course, I had met a few Panamanian women, really good people. I'm still friends with a few to this day of Panamanian women. But we're talking about the big picture, right? 80% or more. 80%. I would say at least 80% of the women were Colombian. Why? I don't know. I don't know why. But just give me your perspective here. Give you perspective. I didn't have a sip yet. But oh, that's good. Man, that's good. But so colorism is there, and if you live there long enough, you'll see it. You'll be like, oh man, he was right about it. You'll see it. You will see it without a shadow of a doubt. So dating in Panama, I've been to events there, and say like this location, very nice upscale environment. The women there, you got lawyers, women who are doctors, women who are higher up on the economic ladder, and when you start talking to them, and especially when they speak English also. You got the girls who they definitely speak Spanish, but the ones who can speak both Spanish and English, they have a great job, very pretty. 9 times out of 10, they're gonna want to date a lighter skinned guy. It just is what it is on that. Argue if you want to. I'm telling you, I was there, I lived there, man. And I'm not saying I'm like should be on the cover of GQ magazine, but I'm not a bad looking guy. Hey, if you think I'm bad looking, let me know in the comments. But no, I'm just saying though, for real, like it's and I've seen other guys try to talk to girls in that kind of environment of my same skin complexion, and the success rate was low. But again, the women were nice though. None of them were ever rude. None of them ever rude, never nasty. But you can just tell where the interest lies, like what they're interested in, and they're gonna be more interested in a lighter skinned guy. So that is what it is when it comes to Panama City, Panama, dating, and my experience there. But again, I love living there. It's a great place. Okay, so let's talk about the best of list. And let's start with, if you want the best Caribbean food in Panama City, where do you go? I'm gonna tell you. I want you to try El Caribe. El Caribe is in El Cangrejo, in the neighborhood El Cangrejo, in Villa Argentina. All right, El Caribe. If you go there, you will never be disappointed. And when I tell you the food is amazing every time, it is. Oxtails, jerk chicken, curry chicken, conch, wings, red snapper, corvina, that's sea bass. I mean, your plantains, rice, coconut rice. I mean, like I mean, it's just like all so tasty, man. It's just all so tasty. Those honey garlic wings, oxtails. I mean, like, again, I had my birthday in Panama City last month. I took my family and friends there. It was about 30 of us. Everyone enjoyed their meal. Shout out to Maritza, Lindo in the kitchen. I mean, look, man, they're gonna take care of you. Tell them I sent you. Tell them I sent you. But great place for your Caribbean food if you're in Panama City. My workout warriors, for my gym rats, if you need to find out what the best gym in Panama City is, the best gym to go to. Now, if you're gonna be there for a short stay, this may not be for you. This is for the people who plan to move there. What gym do you sign up for? Well, the two top gyms are gonna be Smart Fit and Power Club. Now, I've been a member of both of those gyms. I started out at Power Club. I like Power Club, but I switched over to Smart Fit, and that's who I'm with now, only because they have locations throughout South America. So Lima, Peru, Medellin, here in Medellin, Panama, I mean, Brazil, Smart Fit is all over. So I got the black membership, and that black membership allows you to go to whatever country you may be in South America. You can go to the gym in that place, in that location. Power Club, they don't have as many locations. But while I was in Panama City, I liked Power Club better because it's more of a regular gym. And for those from the States, you know how Planet Fitness is. Like, it's bright as hell, it's purple and yellow all over the wall and bright lights, and you know, it's more of a, I don't know, like I like the more Rocky Balboa gym. Give me the bare bones, the brick, the dull lighting. I mean, I like gyms like that more, but Smart Fit was more convenient, so I joined them. But so it depends on what kind of gym you like. If you're gonna live in Panama, do you want the Planet Fitness style gym where everything is so pretty and nice and so beautified? Or do you want to go to more of the regular, let's go get it gym, let's get it in. We don't care about how pretty it is. We want to go work out and go home. That's Power Club. So depends on what you like, but I would say I may have to give Smart Fit the edge. If you want the best place to go to for local prices and great food, a combination of where the locals go, the prices are amazing, and the food is good. Where's that place? Some of you already know what I'm gonna say because you've been to Panama or you live in Panama. Coca-Cola Cafe, which is located in Casco Viejo. We're talking about, let's say you and your wife, you and your husband, you and another person. $20 will get you 2 entrees, 2 drinks, 2 beers, 2 waters, 2 Coca-Colas, whatever you want, and you're gonna get change back from that $20 bill. If you're going by yourself, you can get an entree. I always go with the pollo asado, chicken, pollo asado, chicken. That's the salad, ensalada, the rice, lentejas. That's the beans, and I'll get a drink with it. and we're talking about under $10.
$5.75, everybody. Got some salad, got some chicken, got some rice. We got some beans right there. $5.75. And the food is good too.
You know, you can't beat it. And they always, you know, they're really nice. The girls in there are really cool. Shout out to Paola. She's really nice all the time. When I come in, she knows what I want. I don't have to say my order anymore. I go that much when I'm in Panama City. Breakfast, omelets, breakfast is all day long. You can get everything on the menu all day long. Omelets, $4, $5. So if you want the best local prices, good food, great locations, right in Casco Viejo, make sure you hit the Coca-Cola Cafe. So if you're like me, you love to go for a nice walk every day. Get the blood pumping, things like that, you know. And if you're in Panama City, the best place to go for a nice walk, is the Santa Costera. Santa Costera is along Balboa Avenue. And you can, like I stayed in Casco Viejo, that's where my Airbnb was. And I would leave my Airbnb, walk out of Casco Viejo into the Santa Costera, and walk all the way down Balboa Avenue. And it goes down and down and down, and you got you have the nice view of the water, and just you take in all the sights of the city as you walk down the Santa Costera. And you got families walking, you got vendors. It's just a really nice, cool vibe as you walk down the Santa Costera. And you even got workout equipment along the way. It's just a really cool walk. Make sure you walk along the Santa Costera. If you want the best bar to go to mix and mingle with the locals. So we're talking about a bar in the city, not a Casco Viejo where you have a lot of tourists. We're talking about the best bar to mix and mingle with the locals. And somebody smoking some ganja. All right now. But the best bar, again, for the locals to mix and mingle, I want you to go to Murphy's. Located, actually it's right across from El Caribe. Located in El Cangrejo, Villa Argentina. Go to Murphy's. Shout out to the owner, Tom. Tom will make sure you are taken care of. The waitresses, dynamite, man. They'll make sure you're good to go. You got Jennifer, she's amazing. You know, she'll make sure you're good. The other waitresses are really nice as well. They got a pool table inside. They've got the club set up in the back. They got the nice patio. They got the drinks. They've got the food. They're open late. And it's always, they got karaoke. They do some live bands now, and it's just really cool. That neighborhood is just cool altogether. So Murphy's, if you want to hang out with the locals, get a nice cold beer, cold drink, and get a nice view of the people walking by down the street, and just get the whole vibe, take it all in with the locals, hit up Murphy's. For my people who want to find a location to get the best view of Panama City, like in one eye shot, just the best view that encompasses Panama City. You're gonna go to the JW Marriott. You're gonna go up to the 66th floor to Panavita Sky Bar. Panavita Sky Bar on the 66th floor of the JW Marriott, located in Punta Pacifica. That view, there's no better view of Panama City than at Panavita Sky Bar. They got the nice infinity pool up there. They've got the drinks. They've got the music. They've got food as well. But if you want to get some nice pictures with your cell phone, no view is better in the city. in my opinion. So, JW Marriott, 66th floor, Panama City Sky Bar is where you're gonna go if you want the best view of Panama City. If you want the best place to go shopping, if you're from the States, you may be used to certain products. And now you're in Panama City, Panama, and you're like, where am I gonna go to get some of the things that I'm used to buying in the United States? The best grocery store to go to is Reba Smith. All right, Reba Smith, you guys. They've got a good location over there in the Multi-Plaza Mall. Multi-Plaza Mall, you can go over there, buy some clothes, buy some shoes, buy a few watches, and you can also hit up Reba Smith while you are there. They're gonna have all of the product, well, not all, but they're gonna have a lot of the products that you're used to buying back home in the States. The other stores in Panama City, Panama are good, but they may not have all of the products that you're used to. Reba Smith will solve that problem. So this is for my people who are gonna be there for a week or more, a few months, to where you're gonna have to go shopping at some point. Hit up Reba Smith if you want the best store to get your products that you're so used to back home in the United States. This one is for the gamblers out there, the roulette players, the blackjack players. If you want the best casino to go to while you're in Panama City, there's a few to choose from, but the best one is the Sortis. Yes, the Sortis Hotel. Great hotel, restaurants up and down, but that casino at the Sortis, in my opinion, is the best casino. Now, the other options you're gonna have one at the JW Marriott and another one, the Hilton. Those are cool. The Hilton, they do nice, on a Friday night, they do a nice salsa dancing thing as well around the bar at the Hilton. But the casino itself, in my opinion, the Sortis has the better vibe. They've got a nice bar off to the side. They got a huge room that you can go and watch sports, huge TV. They actually redid that area just a little bit. So the Sortis has like that vibe to me, a better casino vibe. And again, you can watch the sports in the other room. You can go have a drink, of course. But I would say, if you're looking to gamble and you want to hit the best casino, make sure you hit up the Sortis. If you want the best place to go buy that bottle, when you get to Panama City and you're like, man, we need to get a bottle of something. We need a bottle. Where do you go for that bottle? The best place is Felipe Mata. M as in Mary, O-T-T-A. Felipe Mata. They've got a few locations throughout Panama City. They even have one in Casco Viejo. They have, my favorite one is the, Obarrio. The Felipe Mata in Obarrio is bigger, and they got a lot of variety. A lot of wine, a lot of bottles of liquor, tequila, rum, all kinds of stuff, food as well. So that's my favorite location of Felipe Mata. Está bien. Oh man, delicioso. Yeah, gracias. Yeah, Felipe Mata, you guys. My favorite location is the Obarrio location. So that's the best place to go to get that bottle. This one is for my beer lovers. If you're like me, anytime you go to a new country, you have to try the beer. That's how I feel. I have to try the beer when I go to any new country. And if this is gonna be your first time going to Panama City, Panama, and you love beer, you have to try Balboa. Oh man, listen. The Balboa is, for me, top of the line. I love Balboa. It's nothing like a cold Balboa. Yes, when you go to Panama City, when you get to a restaurant, you get to a bar, order a Balboa. Thank me later. I'm telling you, I had people who come to Panama City, they don't even drink beer. And I put them onto a Balboa, they tried it. Next thing I know, I turn around, they were ordering another one. That's how good Balboa beer is. Balboa, man, you gotta try it out if you're in Panama City.